Hi, thanks for joining. We're at session 7. We're starting to get towards the end of this practical OSPF for network engineers sessions. I'd love feedback if you have any, what you would like to see next or in the future. Today we're going to be going through route filtering. As always, if you like the content, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to be notified when we have new uploads, please just click the bell icon. As mentioned, today we're going to be going through route filtering. So we're going to talk about how we do filtering externally at an area border and within an area. So there's 3 different options. In a sense, there's really 2.5 different options, and we'll see when we get to that last one what we mean by a half. So route filtering externally. This is probably the most straightforward and the easiest. It makes the most sense. Effectively, when you do external route filtering, the filtering happens on the ASBR. Typically, we define a prefix list to match the prefixes that we want to allow in. We set up a route map. We're going to go through external routes in general and redistribution best practices in the next session. So we do that and we set all this up. And we can just deny or permit as we see fit. We filter right there at the ASBR. That makes sense. That controls the number of LSA type 5s that are introduced, right? Our other option is to filter at an area border. And this is an important one. If you want to filter in OSPF, you really have to do it at an ASBR for external or an ABR. So we can set up, again, a prefix list, but now we apply it under the routing process as something known as a filter list, and we can call that prefix list. And we have to tell it which area we're filtering it into. So you might say, hey, it's going towards area 0, or it's going towards area 12, or whatever your areas are. Again, this makes the most sense when we think about it, right? In OSPF, we have these 2 router roles, the ASBR and the ABR. We know that they control a lot of the LSA generation and propagation. So it makes sense if we want to filter a route, we're going to want to do it at the LSA level, right? We would want to stop from generating those type 3s or type 5 LSAs, right? That makes a lot of sense. However, what if I want to filter within an area, right? What if there's a particular prefix in area 12 that I don't want to get injected on router 3? You can kind of sort of do this. You can never stop those LSAs, right? The whole point of OSPF, if you think about it, is to have this consistent link state database throughout all of your routers. They put themselves kind of at the root, and then they look along the branches to figure out how to get to different things. So there is no way to build a normal route filter. However, on an area router, you do have the ability to filter it from the routing table. So it will still be in the link state database, but you could keep it from inserting into the actual routing table with a distribute list. I wouldn't recommend it. It's very niche. If you need it, though, you need it. And it's never going to hurt to know how that sort of thing can be done. So we wanted to cover it here. And that's really it for route filtering. Short session this time. Next session, we're going to be talking about route redistribution and external routes. Actually, one of my favorite parts of OSPF. I think it deals with those in a really great way. So thank you for your time today. As always, I do appreciate it. Have a good day.
Need help? Call our cybersecurity team and book a consultation with us today.